Here we go. The grand finale, the main event of all main events. Probably the most important main event in AEW history. Jon Moxley, Hangman Adam Page, Texas Death Match, AEW World Championship. Before we get into it though, like, subscribe, comment, share. Tell your damn auntie. Alright? Tell your great aunt. Great aunt used to watch Abdullah the Butcher back in the day, bro. Like, come on now. She can watch Hangman Adam Page versus Jon Moxley in the Texas Death Match for the AEW World Championship. This match was like the icing on the cake for Adam Page, right? He was on a downward spiral for the last 3 years. Turned into an uphill battle to get back to the championship. My man's had to hit rock bottom to finally realize that what he was doing wasn't really it. Because he lost the AEW World Championship back in, I think, 2021. It's kind of been a little shaky for him. He took a couple L's. Beef with Swerve Strickland. You know what I'm saying? Swerve Strickland basically took his spot as one of the top guys. Because, I mean, he came at him. He said, yo, you been named the guy, but you ain't really did nothing with it. And then that ultimately elevated Swerve into being who he is. That's probably one of the greatest rivalries, if not the greatest rivalry of the modern wrestling era, and arguably of all time. But Adam Page kind of let that get to his head too. You know what I'm saying? He ended up taking out two of his mentors in the process, Christopher Daniels, Jeff Jarrett, and he took some just regular old everyday L's in the process too. Got beat by Jay White a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who been whooping his ass anyway. So that had him spiraling. Lost the Owen Hart Cup tournament the first time around. That had him spiraling. Then all of a sudden he kind of just turned it around. You know what I'm saying? He started dialing it back in. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the most recent Owen Hart Cup. You know what I'm saying? He kind of got his mind right. Cause, you know, he been on like an emotional, on top of him just not being able to get it done. He been on an emotional rampage. But when it was time, it was time. Beat Will Ospreay in the most recent Owen Hart Cup tournament to become that number one contender for the AEW World Championship. My boy got it done, man. He got it done. Mind you, I was nervous as hell watching this match because Adam Page is my favorite wrestler. Right now, been my favorite wrestler since I started watching AEW. So I've been rooting for him the whole way. Anytime he on TV, I'm right there. Downward spiral, upward climb, whatever. I'm down with him. I'm rolling with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm sticking by him. That's my guy, and I'm sticking by him. Because you couldn't take nothing from him. Like everybody been waiting on this. And everybody just been waiting on somebody to come through and just get the Death Riders the hell up out of here. Because they've been terrorizing the company for the past couple months. Ever since they turned on Bryan Danielson when it was the Blackpool Combat Club. So everybody like, what the hell is going on? And they just been terrorizing the whole company ever since. Like I said, they took out Samoa Joe earlier. You know what I'm saying? They took out Samoa Joe earlier in the show. And when that happened, we didn't know what was gonna happen because they took out the help. We like, who gonna help Adam Page win this match, man? What is gonna happen? Like who gonna be there to help this man get these dudes up out of here? You know what I'm saying? Well, Ospreay came through. He got taken out. You know what I'm saying? Now what we gonna do? You know, took out Samoa Joe and Will Ospreay, two of the dudes that's been there trying to help Adam Page win this whole time. Even though Adam Page was a little skeptical at just taking help, period, because he just been on this emotional tear. Like I can't trust nobody for whatever reason. All that. He just been a lone wolf. But eventually he accepted the help, and then the Death Riders take out the help. You know what I'm saying? Like what now what? You know what I'm saying? But as far as the match itself, just between Mox and Adam Page. Match was crazy, bro. Match was crazy. This ain't even their first time fighting in the Texas Death Match. They had another one back in 2023 at Revolution. So it was the whole match was, it wasn't a callback, but they had some callback moments. They had some callback moments in the promo. I don't. Mox tried to act like Mox was trying to say, "Hangman Adam Page can't stick with him." Like, bro, we saw the match the first time when he had you choked out. So but that's just delusional heel stuff. You know what I'm saying? He'll just act like the past ain't never happened. Good stuff though, nonetheless. Good stuff. Probably the most important main event for sure. Probably in AEW history. I don't think the world or AEW fans period could stand not seeing the belt all this time. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't seen the championship belt in almost a year. That's a problem within itself. And then you got the way Jon Moxley been strolling around here, him and the Death Riders, like they just the end all be all to everything. Nah, dog. Adam Page, baby. The ace, the main character of AEW. You know what I'm saying? He came out with the fork, stabbed Jon Moxley in the head. I'm talking about off rip. Stabbed Jon Moxley in the head, in his bald ass head, right in blood just. And it was a callback from the last Texas Death Match because Jon Moxley stabbed him up with a fork and licked the damn fork. Nasty ass. She was disgusting. But it was fire. Jon Moxley brought out a big ass wooden board with nails on it. Like, where do you get that from? Did you have somebody make that for you? That shit was like it looked like it didn't even look like nails. It looked like screwdriver heads. You know what I'm saying? It looked like somebody took a bunch of screwdrivers apart and just stuck them into the board. Adam Page got DDT'd into that shit, or whatever it was. He got DDT'd, or Jon Moxley did his finisher into that shit. Shit was crazy. But given the fact that they took out Will Ospreay and Samoa Joe, we didn't know what was gonna happen until that boy Bryan Danielson showed up. Bryan Danielson showed up with a Blue Panther mask on, like we didn't know it was him. Like then he took it off and revealed his face, like we didn't already know it was him. Man had the Blue Panther mask on, did his yes chants, and did a Busaiku knee. And they thought, oh, who is it? Who is that? And then revealed his face and said, like you know what I'm saying, like we didn't know it was him. But that's why wrestling is great though. You had that boy Darby Allin coming down from the rafters like Sting, like his big uncle Sting. You know what I'm saying? And they showed a promo he cut on top of Mount Everest, which was crazy. Also, the Death Riders took out Darby Allin before he went to go climb Mount Everest. So just seeing him was crazy. A lot of people thought he was gonna be the one to take out Jon Moxley and all that. He still might, because he still got beef with them. He just didn't take the championship from him. So there was that. And then the biggest moment of them all, when Swerve helped Adam Page. Granted, they had a quick little chat the week before, just a little, not necessarily well, yeah, they did. It was a little I'm sorry, little my bad, little, you know what I'm saying, pardon self, you know what I'm saying, for burning the man's childhood home down, and Swerve breaking into Adam Page's house while his wife and kids was there. Just a little my bad after all that. You know what I'm saying? But Swerve came through with the chain, slid it in the ring. Same chain that Adam Page choked out Jon Moxley the first time with. Beat Jon Moxley the exact same way he beat him last time in the other Texas Death Match. Wrapped the rope around him, wrapped the rope around his neck, wrapped the chain around his neck, flipped him over the top rope, had him hanging, tapped him out for all the glory. All is right in the world, baby. Hangman Adam Page, your new AEW World Champion. The Wrestling Gods, Kenta Kobashi, Stan Hansen, all them. They looking down proud as hell of Adam Page. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as the aftermath, What's next? MJF got that contract, baby. He said he gonna keep it honorable. He said he gonna challenge him straight up. And the contract is just for it's the just in case. But like I said before, because you got Bobby Lashley sitting right there. He might be talking. They might steal off on MJF. They might hit him with the double cross. Like, appreciate you for getting that contract. Let me get that. You know what I'm saying? Bobby Lashley, like, let me get that up off you, big dog. And then, like I said, we got Mark Briscoe, who still got beef with MJF. He said he ain't finished, so they might fight over the contract. Then MJF still got to fight Mystico. That's probably not going to be for the contract, but he still got to handle that. You know what I'm saying? He still got to handle that little piece of business. So we'll see. And they already asked Adam Page about MJF and the Hurt Syndicate anyway, and he like, I'm already expecting them to do what they do, and I'm ready for that. So that was a good thing to hear. But I also think that boy Darby Allin, he might bust a move after he get done with the Death Riders. He might go ahead and make that heel turn, because when Adam Page was on his downward spiral, he lost to Darby Allin. So he might circle back like, you're world champ. I know you took them boys out. You know what I'm saying? Fast forward, I done took them boys out too. You know what I'm saying? I done finished the job. Let me holler at you. You know what I'm saying? Let me see about that championship, my boy. So we might get a little Darby Allin heel turn. Who knows? I want to see Takeshita challenge him. You know what I'm saying? Adam Page gave Takeshita his first match on pure just straight up AEW television. I like to see that. I like to see Adam Page and Roosh. You know what I'm saying? Roosh just a straight killer, and Adam Page a straight killer. Cowboy versus the Bull. I like to see that. Circling back to the Hurt Syndicate thing, if they strong arm that contract, Adam Page versus Bobby Lashley. That's for me right there. Like, that's my type of party right there. That's my type of business right there. I'm booking that. You know what I'm saying? I'm booking that. And then we might get Adam Page versus Shelton Benjamin in the midst of that. Who don't want to see that? You know what I'm saying? Who wouldn't want to see that? So we'll see. All in all, Hangman Adam Page, your new AEW World Champion. Everything is right in the world. Swope Diz Promotions, all in Texas. Like, subscribe, comment. Show your great aunt Adam Page, actually. You know what I'm saying? Because the women like Adam Page. So I'm pretty sure your great aunt might get a little hot when she see, you know what I'm saying, when she see that boy Adam Page. No, I'll play it, but like, subscribe, comment, share. All that good shit. Swope Diz Promotions. We'll be back with another one soon. Thanks in advance. Peace out.